So my name's Amanda McCordic. I live in Fredericton, New Brunswick, and I'm a lawyer, and I'm a mom to 2 kids. And quite unexpectedly, I am a Karuna Reiki Master Practitioner. No one would have ever guessed, maybe 5 years ago, that this is where I would be in my life. I certainly wouldn't have. It's been an unexpected journey. It's been welcomed, but it's been really unexpected. My life as I knew it kind of took a dramatic turn in early December 2019. I was, it was the weeks leading up to Christmas. I was out running around with my daughter, who was 9 at the time, Amelia. We were at Toys R Us, and we're walking down a toy aisle, and my bra strap fell down my shoulder. And I just slid my hand in to pull it up, and I felt something. And it was a hard lump. And I went home and I texted my friends and I mentioned it to my husband, and he said, I felt it the other night, but I didn't want to say anything. I wasn't sure what it was. And so I had the luxury of being able to text my doctor because she was a friend. And, the next day I found myself on a table. And from there, things went really quickly. Got in for an ultrasound. As soon as I saw the ultrasound, of course, we live in the age of Google. So I had Googled what it was going to look like or could look like. And as soon as I saw those spiky tentacles in the tumor reaching out, I knew it was cancer. At the time, I was 36, and I knew also from Google that breast cancer in women under 36 is especially lethal and especially aggressive. And so I knew it was a big deal. Always the overplanner and optimist that I am, I really felt like it was going to be a speed bump in my life. And I accepted it as that it was, I needed to slow down, and this was going to slow me down for 6 months or a year. I had a mastectomy in February of 2020. And after that, I had routine scans. Those scans showed that the cancer had spread to my bones, which is considered a terminal diagnosis. So on April 2nd, 2020, a few weeks before my 38th birthday, I was diagnosed with terminal breast cancer, a very aggressive form of breast cancer. And that is what made me really kind of wake up and really start taking a look at my life. At the same time, while dealing with terminal cancer, I was also dealing with my husband's mental health issues. And he had suffered for years with mental health and addiction, and we had tried really hard to get him help. And we had tried all kinds of workarounds and treatments and psychiatrists and medications, and he was really struggling with life. And so life felt really heavy. In that year, I was expected to die. They didn't expect me to live long. I was told it would explode, the cancer would explode through all of my organs. And I was told in no uncertain terms to go home and get my affairs in order, figure out who was going to raise my kids, close my business, say what I needed to say. And so, being the type A personality that I am, I really focused on what was in my control. And that was how I approached it. What could I do in the days that I had left, whatever those days may be? And it really made me start thinking about the kind of life I had lived, which was for everybody else, versus the life I wanted to live in the last days of my life, which was a life I didn't want fear anymore. I didn't want stress. I didn't want to carry the expectations of everyone around me. I wanted peace. I wanted love. I wanted joy. And when you don't know how many days you have left, you get really serious about those pursuits. That was all while my husband, I really felt like from April 2020 on, I was on the rise. I was rising up. I was letting go of old habits. I wasn't, letting go of my martyr ways. I was really stepping into my own, coming into my own, finding joy. And so while I was kind of on this upward climb, my husband was on a downward spiral. And it's amazing that the spiral didn't consume me too, because in my old ways, I would have latched on and gone for the ride with him. So as I was learning to live a new life, my husband was losing his battle with mental illness. And so in the year that I was expected to die, my husband died. He committed suicide. And so I've lived these last 2 years in almost with some real contrast. There's been deep grief and loss in the last 2 years. There's also been immense joy and hope and love. And as I waded through those waves of emotions, the highs and the lows, more and more I leaned on Reiki. I retreated to the peace Reiki provided me. I've met so many talented Reiki practitioners, and they have this wonderful light to shine. They make their worlds a better place. And collectively, they make the world and the universe a better place. But a lot of them lacked confidence. And they lacked the flexibility and freedom to just go off and start, to devote themselves to Reiki. I was uniquely positioned by the good fortune the universe has provided me to be in a place where I could help remove some of those barriers. I wanted to make Reiki more readily accessible to anyone that was interested, curious, or seeking it. I realized that I was lucky to stumble across what I did, and I wanted to take that element of luck out so that it's there for anyone who wants to seek it. Dragonfly Reiki Marketplace is a platform and my gift to the universe for giving me the second chance to build the life that I want. What it is exactly as it sounds. It's a place where the public, or anybody who's interested, curious, or just seeking some kind of relief can go. And they can find a Reiki practitioner who maybe has the same background as them, or who has gone through the same challenges, someone who has a roadmap to how to get through those challenges. And that's how I see what I've gone through. My roadmap, my last 2 years, is going to be a roadmap for others. And that's why I am thankful for every difficult day. It was worth it. I have a happier, brighter life on the other side of it. And that's what I want to share with the world. And that's what Dragonfly is for, is to help empower other Reiki practitioners, not just in their own personal growth, but with the world at large. The world is full of chronic stress. And we know where that chronic stress leads. It leads to cancer, it leads to suicide. It leads to depression, and it leads from disconnection. And Reiki can help heal all of that. Reiki gives you the tools to empower that healing within you.